This is Ryan Snow. I'm the city manager for Roosevelt City. And I've been asked a few questions about sales tax and how it affects our economic development. So I kind of wanted to give a discussion of how sales tax is important, how it comes to the city. Sales tax as a revenue is our largest tax revenue. And so it funds the things from the general fund. It funds our recreation, our parks. It funds the cemetery, our public works. It funds public safety. So all of these things are funded through sales tax and property tax. But let's talk about sales tax, for instance. So sales tax is a percentage of a purchase. So if somebody buys something for $100, our sales tax in Roosevelt is 6.6%. Of that, 4.7% goes to the state, 0.25% goes to the county, 0.33% goes to help with the highway, 0.1% goes for zoos, arts, parks, so it goes to help our aquatic center and our parks, and 1% is what we call the city local option. And that 1%, it has a formula that is based on a 50-50 calculation. Although that money is collected here, all of that money doesn't actually flow to the city. 50%, so that $100 of purchase you make, that 1% that is the local option gets divided two ways. 50%, or in our $100 purchase, 50 cents comes directly to the city. The other 50 cents is put together with all the other entities, and it is divided out by population. Currently, we get roughly 30 cents of that back. So of that dollar that is the city option, the Roosevelt will only get 80 cents of that amount. How could this change? How could we get more? We have three ways to increase revenue to the city so that we can provide more police officers, more fire, improve our roads, do any of those, a number of options. We have three ways to help the tax calculation. We can either shop locally, which we always encourage, we can attract new business, or we can increase population. Increasing population, because it is half the calculation of our sales tax. If we were to increase our population by 250 people inside the city limits, it would amount for approximately $23,000 per year of additional revenue to the city. To give an idea of how that affects, to maintain a city street costs us about $46,000 per mile. So that's about half of a mile. If we were to attract new business, in order to get that same $23,000, we would need to attract a business that generates $391,000 per year in revenue. The legislature is proposing a change to this. But what they would do is they would allocate a different 50-50. So it might be 25% based on point of sale and 75% based on population. If that were to happen, we wouldn't get the 80 cents. We would get something more like 60 cents. The other 40 cents would be used to subsidize cities with large populations and little tax revenue. That money would be taken from Roosevelt and given to areas in the Wasatch Front. Every $100 that's spent here, we already lose 20 cents to the Wasatch Front. With a change, we could see that it double the amount that would be lost. I thought that it would be helpful to educate the public in our efforts to be transparent and helpful. We wanted to be able to give this opportunity to show you how sales tax affects your city.